What's up? Hope everybody's doing well. My name is Phil Scicluna. I am the son of Robert Scicluna, who is the second youngest brother in the greater Scicluna family of soccer madness. I organize tournaments and I'm hoping to learn from this experience so then I can also do a tournament here in Durban, and that is on the coast of South Africa. But the first thing that I learned here is that there are so many different classes. There are Afrikaans people, there are Zulu people, there are the Lu, the San, the Kwazi, the Kosi, the Vutu. There are 11 national languages here in South Africa with let's see, maybe, I don't know, maybe 11 different provinces. And the one thing that I wanted to do is, like I always do, I went to Germany after the wall fell, and I've been to Poland to see how things changed, and that's what I like. That's my little niche on traveling. If I find that something, there's two things that I like to do in travel, is if their economy busts, then I go in because my dollar suddenly is worth 10 times more, and if there's been an entire government shift with the people, then I go because I want to know what that change is like, because in America I didn't get that experience, so I got to find out what our ancestors have done. And so the people here love foreigners because in 1994, before then, foreigners wouldn't come. FIFA had banned South Africa. America had banned South Africa for trade and things like that because of the apartheid. And I went to the Apartheid Museum, which tells you how there are passbooks for people based on what somebody says is their race. So somebody says that you're black, somebody says that you're colored, somebody says that you're mixed, and then somebody says that you're white. So I would be considered a white person because I'm not black. And if I had mixed blood with a black person, then I would be colored. And colored people were able to travel slightly more than black people. And white people could, of course, travel everywhere. But I'm seeing all these people now, and they're all wondering what's going to happen. And it's great to see all these different cultures of people in the same area confident, because we, the American people that are interacting and the other people that are here for the tournament, are telling them what a success it is. So we're actually, this soccer tournament has brought kind of like the cohesiveness together for people that are here and divided to actually understand we're like the media to these people, that it's working. It is working. People are inviting us to their homes. We're safe when we walk the streets. People are being super generous. When I'm lost, people will drive us to where we're going, and it's far. It's like kilometers. It is like 75 kilometers, and they will take us there and then go back to where they were. So the people have been incredibly nice, and they really like foreigners because everything in the past has been crime-ridden, the apartheid and rape and all these other things that have just been really, really awful. And it's now starting to change. And the people here, they want to be peaceful. And it's really cool because they're speaking African. I've learned some words like Shalonga and all of these things. But anyway, I'm getting, I just have to cut it because I'm getting distracted. But, okay, here's the quick one, since this might be the only one. Came to South Africa with no plan on where I was going. Ended up staying in people's houses and being invited to braais, which are barbecues, and being invited to grandmother's house. You have to stop on the road because baboons are there, being marshaled by other people. Saw some eland, which are these big tall things with huge horns, and of course my camera wasn't as good as Marcus's, so I had to run after them to get a better shot. And you're not supposed to go out of the car, just so you know. Don't leave the car and stare down a Cape Buffalo just to get a good picture, because number one, you'll get in trouble. Well, I didn't get in trouble, but number two, you can get killed, and they're pretty big, and you have to stare at them for a real long time. But then their eyes get really blood red, and then you have to like snap the picture because you have to run. But it's awesome. South Africa is awesome, and you have. We saw a concert in the cave from some sand people. There are two tribes of people who are lion and water, and they can naturally understand these elements, whether it's lions or whether it's water. And if you're walking in the desert or anywhere, they can just say the water is here. Because they've, over the centuries of time, Africa is known, South Africa, here, right where, like 2 hours that way, is known as the cradle of mankind, and that is where the first Homo sapien evolved, and then they went off in different directions and of course came back again. So that started with the San people, and we are genetically related to the San people, you and me. So these people have been pushed out and denigrated and forced to kind of stop their nomadic living and get citizenship, and they sing about it. And so we were in a wonderful cave, hearing him with his family sing, and they make these beautiful things out of ostrich eggs, and they sell them for like 50 Rand, which is about $7. Handmade stuff.
Is it carvings?
They take the shell and they break it apart. I jumped on an ostrich egg, and I'm heavy, and it didn't break. And so I stood on it, I surfed on it, I jumped on it, and it didn't break. And so they cut this out with no real modern tools, and they grind it down into little discs, and then they put a hole through each one, and then they make a nice bracelet out of it, out of the ostrich egg, and then they sell it for $7. So the beauty is that there are, the other one is the lion people. I was told by Leanne, beautiful spirit here in South Africa, who's moving things through water and communication, that a family had basically gotten surrounded by lions, and out of nowhere a San person came with her son and helped, walked right through a pride of lions that were starting to circle the vehicle, and gave somebody her son, had them walk to go get help, and basically calmed the lions and made everything safe for everyone. Gave her trust to a stranger to take her son away and come back with help, and saved everyone else. And these are the touches of mankind that are very apparent, and very apparent here in South Africa, because I've met documentarians, I've met TV broadcasters, I've met actual presidents of banks, and all kinds of people around here, and they're all moving for a better South Africa. And then on the soccer fields and in the fan parks and the stadiums, people are rooting for Bafana Bafana, that's the South African team. And when they got knocked out, then they were going for all the African teams. And then it finally went to Ghana. Ghana advanced to the quarterfinals, and people were all cheering for Africa, because never before in the history that I'm aware of have Africans been united. And that came with the people from Cameroon, the people from Ghana, the people from Algeria, the people from the Ivory Coast, and all these African nations have come together, and they really are unifying. So this country of South Africa is in this gritty process, this unknown process of getting unified. And everywhere we traveled, we've been finding people who understand and share openly. They openly share with you exactly where they are and what they expect to happen, and how they're willing to give what they can to do this. And they will explain this to you in 2 beautiful sentences. And it just starts with the soccer ball. So I hope you guys all get out there with that soccer ball and start to share the love of change happening at a very fast pace, because I just saw probably 3 million people bring a whole continent together with a soccer ball. So hope you guys are a part of it.